if you open the Excel file that I shared with you, you'll notice that there are some outputs here. I forgot to delete this. You should have been the one to do this, but since it's already there, I would that you study this, guys, because this is just the same as the output that we did before. If you check, remember we did a pag-ibig financing calculator. Where's that here? Okay, we did this before last time, and we have this plot where you have the principal payments in green, the interest payments in yellow, and then you have the principal balance. So we said last time that you notice that the principal payments increase over time while the interest payments decrease over time. And then the principal balance decreases up to such point that it's zero, which means that the loan has already been paid in full. Okay, and it's just the same as this one. So let me just here, the yellow one is the interest payment. The green is the principal payment. Okay, let me, and then this line is your principal, balance principal. Okay, so it approximates, it's the same as the one that we that you see in your in the pag-ibig calculator. And you were supposed to do this, guys, as an assignment, but I already did it, and then I was supposed to erase this, but I failed to erase it. Okay, so it's already with you. So please take time to study this. Okay, here we did not plot the monthly interest rate, but rather we plotted the yearly interest rate. Okay, so from month 1 up to month 12, that's your year 1. Okay, and then I did some formulas here. Okay, I did some formulas and then computed for the total interest for the year 2, which is month 13 up to month 24. I also added the principal payments from month 13 to 24 until 180 months. Okay, and then I plotted the interest and the principal. Okay, so let's move on, guys. Let's move on to our discussion for today. And today we'd like to generate a dynamic amortization table. When I say dynamic amortization table, if we change anything, any of the parameters here, then the values, the computed values, which are the ones in yellow, will change. Okay, and then the amortization table will change. Okay, that's what we mean by dynamic. So for example, I'll discuss with you what extra payment means. When you say extra payment, you pay this so that it will be a reduction in the principal. It will be added to the principal payment. That means that it will reduce the month-end principal. Okay, so let's first take a look at this. Okay, we did some data validation last time. For example, this one. Okay, we data validated this coming from this list here. And then we said that we used VLOOKUP here in order to determine or to return the specific rate pertaining to the particular number of term or number of years. Okay, we also said we formatted this so that this will be a number, 15, and not a text. Okay, so we computed this last time. The total periods is just the number of years, okay, times the number of 12 months per year. Okay, we also computed for the monthly rate, which is simply the annual rate divided by the number of periods per year, which is 12. So we were able to compute for the monthly amortization using the PMT function. And we said that this is the same as the pag-ibig calculator, 42,680. Okay, 42,680. Okay, the pag-ibig calculator was carried to the nearest centavo. And then the total payment, we computed for that, it's equal to the monthly amortization times the total number of months we're going to pay. So all in all, we're going to pay for this one a loan of 5 million with an equity of 10%. That means ang ilo-loan natin 4.5 million for 15 years at an annual rate of 7.875% per annum. We're going to pay all in all 7,682,443 for a loan of 4.5. Therefore, the interest, total interest, is just the difference between how much we pay with the principal. Okay, so 3,182, 3 million. This is what the interest payment will be. Okay. All right. Now we'd like to do some more modifications with our model. May I ask you guys, who among you know how to make use of the spinner button? Spin button or spinners? Kindly chat, please. Because if you already know this, I'm not going to discuss it anymore. Okay, spin buttons. Have you encountered this, guys? Kindly chat, yes or no, please. I'd like to know, because if as I said, if you already know how, then I will not discuss that anymore. Okay, I hope more responses. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Okay, no. Okay, no.
Malinis mo na yung kwarto.
Okay, not familiar.
Kasi tanghali na, kakain na sila, tapos sige na.
Okay. So, what's a spinner button, guys? A spinner button, well, it's a button, guys, that when you click that button, what happens is that the cell that you want changed will be changed. For example, if you have a spinner button here, and I want the loan principal to range from 1 million up to 6 million, okay, then it's like a data validation. Yun lang yung pwedeng mapasok dito sa loan principal. But it's not a drop down list. It's a spinner button so that when I click it, it will automatically change the way I want to change it. Okay? So let's target this kasi pag loan principal, guys, sa pag-ibig, I know that the maximum loan is 6 million. But the minimum loan, I'm not sure. But let's just make it a minimum of 1 million. So what we want to format this in such a way that the loan principal will vary from 1 million up to 6 million with increments of, let's say, increments of 200,000. So what do I mean by 200,000? So let's say 1 million. Okay, if I click this, it will become 1,200,000, 1.2 million. If I click it again, 1.4, then 1.6, 1.8, etc. So it will increase and decrease by 200,000. Okay, maximum of 6 million, minimum of 1 million. Okay, so let's write that here. Okay, I'm gonna put here minimum, maximum. So this is for our, let me just increase the, okay. So we want the minimum value of our loan to be 1 million. And we want the maximum to be 6 million. Okay. And then let's make it, just copy the format here. Okay, so minimum of and maximum. Okay, so we want this loan principal to range from 1 million up to, okay, up to, let me just put this here. Okay, dito lang. Okay. Okay, from 1 million to 6 million, and then let's make it increment by what do you want, guys? Increment by 200,000, 100,000, 500,000. It's really up to us. Okay. If you want the increment to be by 500,000, then that means our loan amount, loan principal will be ranging from 1 million up to 6 million, and then it will increase by 500,000. So it will become 1.5 million, 2 million, 2.5, 3, 3.5, etc. So it's really up to us, but let's just make it increment by 200,000. Okay, so increment of 200,000. Okay, so that's our goal, guys. We begin with our goal, with the end in mind. We want this to range from 1 million up to 6 million. Okay, and it will increment by 200,000. Okay, so in order to construct a spin button or a spinner, okay, first, guys, you have to have the developer tab here. So who among you have access to the developer tab? Okay, check now, please, guys, if you can find it in your ribbons. Because if you can find it in your ribbons, then I will not give instructions anymore to access developer. Please, everyone. Kindly chat, please, your response. Only 3 have chatted. How about the rest? Okay, can you find the developer tab here? Among the tabs, you have insert, page layout formulas. Do you have the developer tab? Okay, so no. Okay, good. All right, then let's first access the developer tab. So there's a different way if you're using Mac or if you're using Windows. So let me first give instructions to the Windows users. For the Windows users, you just anywhere here you can use any tab, or you can just use any space here, guys. Okay, any space here, just right click, and then customize the ribbon. Click this. Okay, then something will appear. For Mac users, I think you have to click Excel and then preferences. Could you kindly check that? For Mac users, I was told that you click the Excel button, and then there's that option, preferences. Any Mac user here, guys? Okay, so Mac users, yeah, thank you. Mac users, no? Okay, so for the Windows users, okay, so we click and then customize the ribbon. All right, and then you can find here how the ribbon looks like. This is the main tabs in the ribbon. So your developer tab is not clicked, kaya hindi siya nag-appear. So make sure it's clicked. Okay, click the developer tab here, okay, under the main tabs, and then OK. Once you click OK, guys, then your developer tab will appear. Okay, then kindly chat, please, if you have access already to your developer tab. Mac users, nakuha nyo ba yung Excel logo and then preferences? Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Anyone having a problem? Okay, so let's see. If we click developer, guys, you'll notice that there are several ribbons here. Meron tayong code, add-ins, controls, XML. Yung developer tab is used, guys, for coding in developing a code, okay, in Excel. So ang pinaka ginagamit ng Excel is Visual Basic for Applications, VBA. No? And if you want to record a macro, create a code for Excel, You can use the macros, okay, record macros. Okay, but we're not going to go into coding. We're just going to make use of controls, okay? Controls that is available for us to use in Excel. So under controls, under the developer tab, under controls button, okay, a developer button, guys, under the controls ribbon, you have here insert. So please click insert. Okay, so meron tayong dalawang klaseng insert dito, no? Meron tayong form controls, meron tayong ActiveX controls. ActiveX controls are more powerful than form controls. Kaso magkailangan natin dito mag-create ng code, no? Mag-create tayo ng macro. Yung mga form controls are easier kaso less powerful sila ng ActiveX controls. Pero for us guys, okay na yung form control natin. So ano ba yung laman ng mga form controls? You can use a button form control. You can use a combination. No? You can use a checkbox. You can use spin button. Ito yung gagamitin natin ngayon. Tapos meron tayong list box. May option button, etc. Meron tayong scroll bar, etc. So these are the form controls that we can make use of in Excel. So we're going to use for our purposes today, we're going to use the spin button or the spinner. Ito, no? Ito may arrow up and arrow down. So let's click this. Click nyo siya, guys. And then once you do that, you'll notice that when you hover around your spreadsheet, makikita nyo yung crosshair dito, no? You can see the crosshair. So just left click and then just drag. And then magkakaroon tayo ng spin button. Okay, pause muna ako. Attendance, mamaya na lang, ha? Okay, so please chat yes if you were able to create a spinner or a spin button. Okay, let's wait for your classmates. I hope all of you have accessed this. If not, guys, you may ask questions. You may, if you're encountering any difficulty. Okay, only 12 so far. How about the rest, guys? Not more than 50% have answered. How about the rest, guys? Okay, sige, okay. Let me repeat the process, guys, for those who were not able to follow. So, nasa developer tab dapat tayo, no? Let me delete this first. Delete ko na muna siya. Okay, developer and then insert. Insert, you have several form controls here. Ang gagamitin natin itong spin button there. When you click the spin button and then you hover around your Excel spreadsheet, kita nyo yung plus, di ba? Plus yan. So just left click nyo, yung mouse nyo, left click and then, okay, drag nyo na lang. Yan. So you now have your spin button or spinner button. Okay, thank you for that question. Salamat, ha? Okay, any other questions, guys? Jean, were you able to get it? Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Okay, so I assume that everyone has created that spin button. Okay, yung spin button yan, guys, so far, pag click nyo siya, wala pang ano, no? Wala pa nangyayari. Okay, wala pa nangyayari. If you click down, you don't see any effect. No? What we want, guys, is to use the spinner button so that pag click natin yan, yung loan principal natin, di ba, sabi natin, it will range from 1 million up to 6 million and then it will increase by 200,000. Yun ang gusto natin. That's what our end goal is. how do we now link this spin button to our loan principal? Okay, so the first thing to recognize, guys, is that ito, yung spin button na yan, kailangan nakalink yan sa cell. So right-click nyo, right-click yung spinner natin, and then lalabas sa mga options natin dito, format control. There. Okay. All right. So you notice, guys, that pare-pareho tayong default. Depende sa pag-click nyo kanina, yung current value nyo might be different from mine. Baka 1 yan or 2 or depende kung ilang beses yung clinic, no? But the minimum value, 0. Maximum value, 30,000. And incremental change, 1. So yan, okay? Yung minimum value at saka yung maximum value, naka-fix yan, no? Minimum talaga, 0. Maximum, 30,000. So hindi natin pwedeng mabago yan. Okay? And then, yung incremental change, pwede natin mabago. Okay, so ang importante dito, guys, ito. Saan natin siya i-link? Dapat nakalink siya para makita natin yung result ng spinner button natin. So for our purposes, why don't we link it here? Itabi natin dito sa loan principal natin, ha? Okay. So which means that this spinner button will now work sa E6. If I press OK, okay. So what happens now? When I click our spinner button, guys, tingnan nyo, it will keep on increasing by increments of 1. Okay, hanggang 30,000 yan. Yun ang maximum niya. Hanggang 30,000. Okay, so spinner button, guys, minimum niyan 0, maximum 30,000. Hindi natin mababago yun. Yun na talaga yung ano niya, default niya. Okay, however, we can change the increments. No? Okay, sabihin natin, format control, balik natin format control. Baguhin natin increments. Gawin natin increments of 1,000. Ibig sabihin ng increments, gawin natin 2,000. Ibig sabihin ng increments of 2,000, every time we click our button, mag-i-increase ng 2,000 yung ano natin, yung value natin. Okay? I-cancel natin. Ay, sorry. Dapat okay. Okay natin, no? Okay. So I'll make this 0 once again. 0 siya. Ginawa kong 0. If I click this, oops, sandali. Okay, hindi yata okay yung ulit. Okay, format macro. Okay, hindi ko na save. Okay, incremental change natin, ginawa kong 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 200,000. Okay, yun ang magiging change niya. Okay, alright. Alright, tingnan nyo guys, no? So nag-change na siya ng 200,000 every time I click it. Kasi yung sinabi kong incremental change. There. And this will be only up to 30,000. So kahit na anong gawin natin guys yan, okay, hindi na tataas ang 30,000 yan. Hindi din siya bababa ng 0. Okay, hanggang 0 yung minimum niya. Okay, so again guys, paano natin ginawa to? Right click, format control, and then you have to link this. No? You have to link it to a particular cell. And then yung minimum value, ang minimum talaga niyan 0. Pwede natin baguhin yan, pero hindi natin pwedeng pababaan ng 0. Maximum value na to 30,000. Pwede natin baguhin to, pero we cannot increase this. So kunyari, if I make this 40,000, okay, I'm going to make it 40,000. Okay? Okay? See, scroll value must be between 0 and 30,000. So hindi niya tinatanggap, no? Okay, it should only be up to 30,000. So let me change this. Okay, of course I can make it lower, no? Pwedeng 20,000. So if I do that, okay, then itong nakalink natin na E6, pag click ko itong scroll bar natin, yung spinner natin yan, hanggang 20,000 na lang siya. Kasi binawasan ko yung maximum niya. No? Okay? Alright. So, paki-chat nga guys, please, kung nakuha natin yung form control dito. Okay? Again guys, hindi pwedeng tumaas ng 30,000 to. Yun ang maximum. Pwede mong babaan. Minimum 0. Pwede natin gawing pwede natin gawing 1,000, okay, or pwede natin gawing 2,000 for example, yung minimum value niya. Okay? So, if I click this guys, yun nyo, hindi siya bababa ng 2,000. Okay? Tapos pag in-increase ko sa increments of 20,000, 2,000, hindi siya tataas ng 20,000 because that was what we changed here, no? So minimum 2,000, maximum 20,000, incremental change 2,000, nakalink sa E6. Okay? Yung current value, yan yung value dito natin ngayon. Okay. So, question. How do we now use the spinner button so that itong 5 million will range from 1 million to 6 million. Hindi natin pwedeng gamitin directly natin. Hindi natin pwedeng gamitin maximum value 6,000, minimum value 6 million, minimum value 1 million, increments of let's say 200,000. We cannot use this kasi sabi dito ang minimum value nito 0, ang maximum value 30,000. So we have to do some techniques, no? Some modifications. Okay. All right. So how do we do that? Ang gagawin natin guys, itong cell na to, ililink natin dito. Okay? Alam kasi natin ito, pwedeng mag-generate ng values from 0 to 30,000. Okay? So what should be our values here so that if we link yung cell na to dito, okay, it will generate only from 1 million up to 6 million. Okay, sige. Tingnan natin guys ha. Okay. If you want to generate 1 million, okay, and then we're going to use 200,000 as increments, no? Ibig sabihin, ang increase natin 200,000, 200,000, 200,000. Okay. Ano dapat guys yung minimum value natin? Ano yung minimum value natin para maka-generate tayo ng 1 million? Okay, that's very easy. So this will be equal to 1 million divided by 200,000. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin yan? So if we can set the minimum at 5 and then i-multiply natin yun ng 200,000, di ba 1 million na yan? Okay? So gagamitin natin yung 5, no? And then we're going to multiply it by 200,000 to generate 1 million. Tapos ito naman guys, ito, let's fix S8. Fix lang natin yung row, okay? And then copy this down. Okay, yan. What does this mean? How can we generate 6,000, 6 million? Gamitin natin yung 30. I-multiply natin siya sa 200,000, magkakaroon tayo ng 6 million. Okay, so guys, ang gagamitin natin sa form control natin, ito yung minimum natin, ito yung maximum natin. And then, we're going to multiply it by a certain factor, yung 200,000, para ang lumabas na answer from 1 million to 6 million. Okay? So, yun ang goal natin. So, pwede ba natin ipasok to dun sa spinner button, sa format natin? Yes. Kasi ang minimum 5, pwede yun. Ang minimum natin, 30, pwede rin yun. Remember, ang minimum ng spinner bottom natin is from 0 to 30,000. So, ito pasok na pasok to. Okay, so let's now do this. Ang gagawin natin, ito, dapat from 5 lang up to 30. So gagawin natin itong link natin. We're going to change this from 5 up to 30. Okay, so let's do this. Format control. Okay. Okay, so minimum natin is 5. Pwede ba yan? Yes. Kasi 5 is 5 is not below 0, no? And then ito 30. And then ang incremental change natin 1. Okay, I'll explain in a while, no? Gawin natin current value natin si 0 na muna. Okay. Take note guys. So ito 5, no? And then if I click this, ano nangyayari? So it's increasing by 1 hanggang 30. Okay? So nalimit na natin guys yung cell na to from 5 up to 30. Okay. Now, saan natin gagamitin siya? I-multiply natin si 5 by, we multiply it by 200,000. If we multiply 5 by 200,000, we get 1 million. Diba? And then si 30 then, if we multiply 30 by 200,000, we get 6 million. So in effect, guys, okay, pag yung cell natin na to 5, then if you multiply this by 100,000, by 200,000, then we will generate 1 million. Tapos hanggang 30 lang to, di ba? Hanggang 30 lang to. Okay, if we multiply this by 200,000, then we get 6 million. So in effect, guys, na we were able to limit the value of our loan principal. So how do we now link this? Okay, so ang gawin natin, guys, bigyan natin ng pangalan to. Let's call this, bigyan ko lang ng color para kita natin. Okay, I'm going to call this increment. Bigyan natin ng pangalan. I'm going to call it increment 1. Yan. Okay, enter. So our increment 1 is 200,000. When I multiply 5 to 200,000, what do we get? We get 1 million. When I multiply 30 to 200,000, what do we get? We get 6 million. So we will be able to generate numbers from 1 million to 6 million using this increment and using this minimum and maximum value. Okay? So let's put a formula here. This is equal to yung 30, guys, 30, i-multiply natin ng ano? Ng increment natin. Yan. Increment 1. Okay. Control Enter. So now I have here 6 million. Okay. If I click, guys, yung ano natin, yung spinner button, take note, no? Nagbabago yung ano natin, yung link cell natin. Hanggang 5 lang yan, no? Di ba hanggang 5 lang siya? Paano ko ginawa hanggang 5? Di ba yung format control natin, ginawa natin from 5 up to 30. Bakit from 5 up to 30? Based on our computation here. Based on our computation here. We want the result to be minimum of 1,000, 1 million, maximum of 6 million, and by increments of 200,000. So itong 5 nakuha natin by dividing yung minimum by the increment. Ito naman yung 30, nakuha natin maximum by the increment. Okay? Therefore, guys, yung ano natin, yung sa form control natin, minimum natin 5, maximum 30, and then we all multiply it by 200,000. Okay. So what we now have here, guys, is, okay, if I increase this, okay, take note muna, ano yung increments natin? 1. So magiging ano lang to, 5, 6, 7, 8, hanggang 30. Okay? So that means nag-i-increment siya ng 200,000. If I click this, okay, take a look, guys. Naging 6 to, ito naging 1,200,000, which is what we want. Kasi gusto natin increments of 200,000 lang. Increase, naging 1,400,000. Increase, naging 1,600,000. Increase, naging 1,800,000. Hanggang, okay, hanggang dulo, guys, maximum yan will be, okay, 6,000 lang. Okay? So we were able to effectively create a spin button. Nakalink natin sa E6. Tapos yung E6 na nakalink dito sa loan principal natin. So what we can do is, okay, pwede natin pwede natin itabi dito, tapos pwede natin dilitan. Okay, there. Para matabunan natin yung link cell natin. There. Okay? So just click this. Click.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sige.
What's
Questions?
the for your
Yes.
increment 1 in loan principal?
Angelo, sorry.
What's the value for your increment 1?
Okay. Si increment 1, ito siya.
Okay.
Binigyan natin ng pangalan to. Yan. See? Ito yung name niya, no? Increment 1. Okay. Increment 1 is very important because that will be the increase per click of the button. No? Yan. Okay. Kunyari, ayaw natin ng 200,000. Gusto natin ano? Gusto natin 500,000 yung increment. So, ibig sabihin 1 million, tapos magiging 1.5 million, tapos 2 million, tapos 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, hanggang 6. No? Kasi sa pang-ibig, guys, up to 6 million lang yung loanable amount. Eh. So, that's why we're limiting it to 6 million. Okay. If we want this to be 500,000, Okay? So 500,000 siya. Then, babaguhin natin guys yung spinner button natin. Dapat 2 hanggang 12. Okay? Dapat 2 siya hanggang 12. Kasi pag 2 siya, ang minimum, 2 times 500,000, that will be 1 million. Diba? Maximum of 12, 12 times 500,000, that will still be 600,000. Okay? So what we do now is, yan, format control, then fix natin to. Gawin natin itong 2 hanggang 12. Okay, let's check lang guys kung tama ba to. 2 hanggang 12. Okay? All right. So notice guys, ang increments natin 500,000. 'Di ba? 1 million, 1.5, 2 million, 2.5 hanggang still up to 6 million pa rin. Okay? Right? So this is critical guys. This is important. So dapat alam natin kung ano ba yung minimum value, ano yung maximum value, tapos yung ano yung increments na pwede natin gamit na gusto nyo gawin. And then kailangan natin ma-determine yung minimum and maximum value dun sa spin button natin. Okay? Any questions, guys? Okay, balik lang natin to sa ano. Balik ko rin sa 200,000. 200,000. Okay, therefore, dapat minimum of 5, maximum of 30. Okay? So, again, right-click, format control, and then 5 hanggang 30. Okay. All right. So, there. So, it's now incrementing by 200,000. Minimum value of 1 million. Maximum value is 6 million. There. Right. So, in effect, guys, now, nagkaroon tayo ng parang data validation, no? Okay, this will only increase by 200,000 using this spin control. Okay, any questions, guys? Any questions? Appreciate your questions, guys. Don't be ashamed. Pag may hindi kayo nakuha, baka masyadong mabilis yung pag-explain ko. Feel free, guys, to chat or to unmute yourself. Okay, thank you, Angelo. Okay, how about the rest, guys? Okay, Bryce, thank you. Okay, Angelo, thank you. How about the rest, guys? Any questions? Any feedback? Paki-chat naman kung clear so far. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so this is, I hope this is something new, guys. Dito lang sa section natin yan, pati sa ibang section na handle ko, dito lang natin natututunan yan. No? So, this is value added for you guys, and I'm happy to share this with you. Okay, you can also do this, no? Yung down payment, kunyari, pwede nating i-range from 5% hanggang 30%, no? Tapos i-increment natin kunyari ng 5%. So ganun din. You can do the same. Copy na lang natin to. Control C, Control V. And then minimum natin, sabi natin minimum is 5%, maximum is 30% equity. And let's make it increase by 5%. Okay. Let's make this into percent. This divided by this, x. Not a number. Okay. So very easy, guys. No? If we want a range of numbers from 5% to 30%, increments of 5%, then sa spin bottom natin dapat, yung value natin should range from 1 up to 6. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Let's give this a name. Let's make it increment 2. Increment 2. Ay, mali. Sorry. Here. Sa name box, guys, we put increment 2. Para alam natin, iba siya kaysa dun sa increment 1. Okay, so this one, guys, this one. Okay, right click. You can copy this. Copy. And then paste natin. Okay, dali. Copy. And then Control V. There. So kinapin natin guys yung form control dito sa taas. Kaso, when you click this guys, ang magbabago itong yung loan principal natin. Kasi, di ba kinapi lang natin itong spin control na to? Tapos itong spin control na to kasi, pareho nito. No? And this is linked to your E6. So we need to change this guys. Okay, format control, okay, di ba ranging from 1 up to 6. From 1 up to 6 to, no? Increments of 1 then, okay? Okay. Sorry, may nakalimutan pa tayo. Format control dapat, this should be linked to E7. I-link natin sa E7 dito sa cell na to. Of course, you can link it to any cell. Okay? E7. And then, ito, babaguhin natin to, no? So, this is equal to yung E7 natin, which is your 1 to 6, E7, multiply that by yung increment po natin. There. Enter. All right. So, if we click this, guys, okay, notice hindi siya tumataas ng 30%. But if we go down, okay, minimum niya 5%. Okay? All right. So, can just click this. Kunyari, kung ang equity natin 30%, tapos ang loan natin 5 million, and automatically magbabago to guys. No? Everything will change based on these givens. Kasi lahat ng mga kinompute natin dito based on our inputs here. Okay, let me pause for a while, guys. Any questions? And please chat, guys, if you were able to also do a spin button for the rate. No? I'll give you a few seconds to do your work. And then when you're done, guys, kindly chat, please. Kung okay na, or you can unmute yourself, guys, if you have any questions. Kindly chat, yes, guys, if you're done, so that I know who among the class has also created a spinner for the percentage down payment. Okay, very good. So it's easy, guys, no? And it makes it it makes the inputting of those cells there easy also. Okay, instead of deleting that loan principal and then typing the number, mas maganda yung nakalink siya dun sa spin button natin, yung sa link ng spin button natin. Okay, very good. How about the rest, guys? Okay, 7 of you have stated that you have done it. Let's give the others some minutes to work on their spreadsheet also. Okay. Any more, guys? Thank you. Let's just have a few more seconds so that there will be others who will be able to answer yes. I hope there will be more. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, nothing beats really you doing it yourself. Iba kasi pag ine-explain ko, tapos tinitan niyo lang, medyo mahirap, no? You won't really be able to learn that. Dapat talagang gagawin nyo on your own. Okay, so let's bring this back to 10% para pareho siya nung model natin last Monday. All right, now we're ready for this one. We're ready for extra payment. Now, we're going to pay, di ba? It took 15 years, 5 million loan with equity of 10%. Ibig sabihin, ang loanable amount natin, 4.5 million. Our payment natin will be for 15 years, okay? Annual rate is APR is 7.875. Okay, ang effective, ang monthly rate natin is 7.875 divided by 12. Okay, monthly amortization 42,680. Total payment natin, guys, di ba, is the monthly amortization times the number of months we're going to pay this. Okay, and then our total interest was simply magkano ba yung total payment natin minus magkano yung principal payment. Okay, kasi ito lang talaga yung inutang natin. Pero ito yung binayaran natin. Ibig sabihin yung excess dito sa loan amount natin is your interest payments. Yan, 3.182. Now, Pag-ibig allows members or the borrowers to pay extra. Okay? Ito maganda tong paying extra kasi ang mangyayari, okay, it will be counted on a deduction of the principal. So kunyari mag-extra payment tayo ng, let's say 1,000 per month. Assume natin 1,000 per month, no? Magbabayad tayo. So instead of paying 42,680, we will now pay, okay, kasi may additional na payment tayo. So 42 and the 1,000 extra payment. Okay? Therefore, anong nangyari? Parang ang ano natin, ang binabayaran natin ngayon 43,680.24. Okay? Ang question ngayon, kasi ito 42,680, ibig sabihin, the loan will be fully paid within 180 months, no? Or 15 years. Pero if you're paying 43,680.24, gaano katagal bago ma-pay off natin yung loan? Okay, so we can compute for that. We can use the N/PER function. Okay, N/PER, di ba, number of periods, no? N/PER. Ano yung rate natin? 0.6563. Comma. Ano yung PMT natin? Ano yung PMT natin? It will now be 43,680. No? Hindi na 42. Kasi nagdagdag tayo ng 1,000. Comma. Ano yung PV natin? So one of this has to be negative. Okay? Kung positive yung PMT natin, dapat yung PV natin positive or opposite. No? So it's negative 4.5 million. Okay? Yun yung inutang natin. No? Comma. Walang future value. Comma. Type. You can type 0. Okay? Or ignore this. Okay? So pwede yung first 3 lang na elements. All right. So that will be the number of periods. Okay, paki-chat nga guys kung ilang months na, ilang months yung magiging payment natin. I'd like to see your answers. How many months now will it take us to pay off the loan if we added 1,000 per month sa extra payment natin? How many months, guys? And 172.33. Thank you, Angelo. Thank you, Louis. No? You're correct. 172.33 na lang. Okay? So if I click enter here, if I press enter, yan. So from 180 months, bumaba. Naging 172.33. So mas mabilis natin marirepay yung loan. Diba? Kung mas mabilis natin marirepay yung loan, ibig sabihin, mas liliit yung interest niyan. So how many years na lang yan? So number of months divided by 12. Okay, so it's just 14.36, no? Okay, dati kasi 15 years. Ngayon, ano lang, 14 and mga 3 months, no? Okay, 14.36. So how much will be the payment natin? No? Payment with extra. Total payment natin is, how much are we going to pay? 43,680 times ilang months yan? 172.33. Diba? Enter. So 7,527 million. Ito, 7,682 million. Notice guys, mas lumiit yung babayaran natin. Mas lumiit. So ang savings natin, if we're going to compare the if we're going to compare yung walang extra payment dun sa may extra payment, it's the one with the no extra payment minus the one with the total with extra payment. Okay, so makakasave tayo ng 154,817. Okay, we'll be able to save that amount if we have an extra payment of 1,000. No? And then, so our total interest payments will now be, magkano na yung interest payments natin? So the total amount minus the principal. Okay. So yung total interest payment natin dito sa scheme na to na wala tayong extra payment is 3.18 million. Ito naman 3.027. Ang difference nga 154,000. So kung tingnan natin guys, kung dagdagan pa natin to, gawin natin 2,000. Diba? Oh, ang savings sa atin ngayon 294 na. Okay? So increasing in the extra payment pag meron, kung kaya reduces the number of periods. Ito, pag 3,000 yung extra payment natin every month, 13.125 yan, years to pay as compared to 15 years. So nabawasan ng more than 1 year. Okay, ang total na amount na babayaran natin 7.261 na lang. Savings of 420. Okay, so it makes sense guys to do extra payment. Okay, but in the first place, kung bakit natin pipiliin yung 15 years, ano? So ibalik natin sa zero to. Okay? So maybe kung may kaya natin yung extra payment, baka kaya natin ng ano? So sabihin natin 10 years na lang to, no? 10 years. Okay, kaya ba? Kanina kasi 42,000. Okay? Kung gagawin natin 10 years, no? Tapos monthly amortization 52,830, ay hindi kakayanin, sabihin natin. Kunyari, no? Hindi natin kakayanin yung ano, yung 10 years lang, 10 years to pay. Tapos ang monthly amortization 52,830, no? Depending on the financial standing, no? Kung hindi kaya, then sabihin natin we're forced to do 15 years, no? So 42. Okay? Pero kung may extra tayo, sabihin natin hindi yung extra natin hindi aabot ng yung 52,000 for 10 years, then pwede natin ilagay siya sa extra payment. Okay? So that way, guys, you're still able to minimize the reduce the interest payments. No? Kahit 1,000 lang yan. No? Okay, ang difference 154,000 sa total payment. Not bad, no? Not bad. Tapos 172 months lang as compared to 180 months. Okay? Alright, sige, ibalik muna natin sa zero to, no? Zero muna tayo, no? Okay, any questions so far about this? About the extra payment? Okay, pwede rin tayo mag-spin button dito, no? Kunyari, ang extra payment natin, 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, etc. You can also use spin button for this para hindi na tayo nag-type dito ng values. Okay? All right. So, clear ba so far, guys? Paki-chat naman kung clear so far. Okay, I hope a lot of you answer, guys. Sa query, sa question, is it clear so far? Paki-chat naman, guys, kung yes. Otherwise, kung may question kayo, please feel free to chat. Yes?
I'm
Yes.
confused lang.
Sige.
My numbers are a bit off from yours despite me using the same formulas.
Okay. Baka Angelo, magkaiba tayo ng loan principal at saka percentage kasi kanina ginagalaw-galaw natin to. Okay. Gawin mo 5 million yung loan principal, 10% yung percentage down. Kasi pag nabago yan, kunyari, naging 6 million to, kunyari, naging 5, 6, iba na talaga. So sensitive yung model natin. So to make it exactly the same, 5 million yung loan natin, 10% yung equity. Okay. Kindly check.
Yes, sir. I'm the same numbers.
Okay.
the problem with mine is the monthly amortization.
Monthly
My-
amortization. Dito sa ano, sa D14?
Yes, sir, D14. My number is 42,681.80. So I'm not sure kasi I use the same formula din for that cell, the PMT,
Okay.
and then column D13, D12, and D8, then
Okay.
comma, 0.
Okay.
So I'm not sure why I'm getting a different number.
Okay, how about your monthly rate?
My monthly rate
Oo.
is 0.056563.
Yeah, but is it the formula?
No, sir.
Dapat formula siya. Oo. So
Um,
dapat D10 by D12. Kasi pag tinype mo lang siya, no? Kasi ito hindi talaga yung ano, that's not really the value. Kasi if I increase the decimal place, okay, it's really 0.65265. That's really the value. No? Okay, so make sure that it should be a formula. No?
all right, sir. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, na? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, Angelo. Okay, thank you so much for that question. Okay, how about the others, guys? No questions? Okay, so good. Really appreciate, guys. Thank you so much, Angelo. Really appreciate those questions kasi they importante, guys, na you're able to determine immediately saan kayo nagkamali. Kasi pag humaba na yung ano natin, yung model natin, baka mahirapan na kayo. It might be difficult for you to determine where, in what cell did you make a mistake on. Okay, so we're now ready, guys, to fill up our amortization schedule. Okay, we did this before, but there was no extra payment. Okay, now we're doing extra payment. No? Okay, so for the first month, ticket 1. Okay, so let's just change the font. Let's make it 16 so that pareho siya ng iba. Okay, and I'll center it. Okay. Month 1, what will be our beginning balance? Our beginning balance will be, of course, 4.5 million. Okay, so we're all linking it to the givens here so that if anything changes here, guys, our model will also change. How about the payment? The payment will be 42,680.24. That will be our monthly payment. No? How about the extra payment? The extra payment, we will get it from this one here. Okay. So if we change this, guys, this changes. If I make this 1,000, okay, this becomes 1,000. Okay. So let me just put it back to 0. Okay. So no extra payment yet. And then what will be our interest? The interest for the month will always be based on the beginning balance, on the balance, principal balance. So it's 620 multiplied by our interest rate, our monthly rate. We're not fixing anything here because the first month will not be copied to the other months. Okay. So let me just copy the format of this one. Okay. And how about the principal, guys? The payment for the principal will be, okay, it will be the sum of your monthly amortization plus the extra payment. Okay. And then minus the payment for the interest. Okay, so you notice, guys, whatever extra payment we have here, we are going to use it to decrease the principal. Okay, that's why we add it to the payment less the interest. Okay, so at this time, guys, since wala pang extra payment, so yung gagamitin natin for principal payment is this one. However, when we increase the extra payment, okay, what happened? So our principal payment increased by 1,000 because of the extra payment. And we want that. The higher the payment for the principal is concerned, the better, because it will reduce your month-end principal. If it reduces the month-end principal, then the interest will also be reduced. Okay. By the way, guys, if you pay this, you have to pay at the Pag-ibig main office itself and not in any just bayad centers. Kasi kung nagbayad lang kayo kunyari sa 7-Eleven or sa bayad center, guys, hindi isasama dito sa principal payment yun. Okay? It will not be included in the bali dito lang siya, payment lang siya. Okay? So ito lang gagamitin na payment, no? idadagdag lang siya sa pag ano sa interest. Okay. So what will be our month-end principal? Our month-end principal will then be, okay, so this will be equal to whatever your beginning balance is minus whatever the amount paid to principal is. Yun ang yung magiging ano. Kaya nga guys, that's why, okay, before that, so dito, di ba, 180 to, di ba? Tanggalin ulit natin to, no? So 180 months. So let's create a series. Okay, fill series step value increment of 1 hanggang 180. Okay. Oops, mali. Control Z. Fill series, dapat naka-column tayo. Step value increment of 1 hanggang 180. Okay, so this is now up to 180. Okay, now when we go to month 2, okay, what will be our beginning balance? Our beginning balance will now be the previous end of the month. There. Okay. Let me just copy the formatting of the cells. Okay, our payment now will be, diba, ang payment natin ganun pa rin. However, we have to fix this. Kasi ito guys, ika-copy down na natin to. So since I'm going to copy downwards, hindi naman nagbabago yung column position, yung D. Ang i-fix ko lang yung row para hindi siya aalis sa row na to. Okay? Extra payment, again guys, we'll be linking it to this one. And then naka-fix. So, 0 siya. Pag linagyan natin ng value to, then magbabago din to. Okay, the interest will now be equal to whatever the beginning balance is multiplied by your monthly interest. Okay, and then fix natin. Principal will now be equal to, so isa-sum up natin. Sum up natin yung payment natin at saka yung extra payment. Then i-minus natin yung interest. There. Okay. And then our month-end principal will be equal to whatever our beginning balance is minus our principal payment. Okay. All right. Any questions, guys? Ask your questions before we copy the formula down para pare-pareho tayo ng values.
Sorry, sir, can you start again from interest?
Interest, okay, the interest is, okay, it's the beginning balance multiplied by our monthly rate. Kasi ito yung charge natin, interest rate natin. And then the principal will now be, wait, ba't nasa D22? Mali ito ha. Sandali guys, sorry. This should be D21. Minus, okay, my apologies. Okay, it should be the second row already. D21, E21 minus F21. Ay, sandali ha, sandali. Sorry. Dapat andito tayo. Wait. D20 minus, tama. Okay, tama pala guys. D21 minus E21. I'm at G21. D21 plus E21 minus F21. Okay, and the ending balance should be our beginning balance minus the principal payment. Okay, so I hope we got it, guys. Okay, so we can now copy this, the second row from the beginning balance, and then we can copy it up to 180. There. Okay, and true enough, guys, okay, at the end of the 180th month, zero na yung balance natin. We were able to pay off na natin yung principal amount na 4.5 million. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds, guys, to check if your work is okay. So if we sum this up, if we sum this up, okay, we will get this 768. No? Okay. Okay, thank you, Jules. How about the rest, guys? Pareho ba tayo ng mga answers? Okay, did you get this? Okay, okay, good, correct. All right, so let's move on, guys. Okay, now what if we have extra payment, no? Yeah, 1,000 kunyari. What happens? 1,000, so we will be able to retire the loan 172 or 173 months. On the 173rd month, we will be able to retire the loan, right? My question. Okay. So what happened to our model? Let's take a look at our model. Okay. So our model, guys, okay, 172, 173, guys. Okay, ibig sabihin nito, 14,000 na yung balance natin. Tapos may babayaran pa tayong 43,000. So sobra-sobra na to, no? Okay? Sobra-sobra na, kaya nag-negative na siya. Nag-negative na siya. Pero since we copied the formula hanggang 180, tinuloy-tuloy pa rin niya yung formula. Okay? Which is absurd. And we don't want that, guys. Gusto natin pag zero na yung matitira dito, okay, pag fully paid na, huwag na niya itutuloy dito. Okay? Kasi ito, guys, pag kinapi down pa natin, tuloy-tuloy pa yan. Okay, di ba tinuloy-tuloy pa niya? Kasi tuloy-tuloy lang yung formula. Okay, so what we want is a model, what we want is a model so that, kunyari, nagbayad tayo ng ano, nagbayad tayo, may extra payment tayo ng 200,000. 2,000 pala. Okay, gusto natin, ang periods lang up to 166 lang. Kasi ito 165.36. Okay, gusto natin hanggang 166 lang siya. Pero ngayon guys, hanggang 180. Bakit hanggang 180? Kasi kanina, yung kinapi natin yung formula, hanggang 180 nga. Diba? So pag binago natin yun, it will still reflect 180. So we have to change this so that pag dapat hanggang dito lang yung ano natin, yung math natin. Otherwise, para ang pangit naman ng amortization table natin kung kasama pa yung up to 180. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to change from month 2, Control Shift down arrow. Okay, then i-delete natin. Let's delete it, and then we're going to change this into a better model so that it will be dynamic. Dynamic in such a way that pag may extra payment, tapos ito na lang yung number of months, no? Dapat yung model natin hanggang ganun lang. Hanggang dito lang. Okay lang sana, guys, kung ano, no? Okay lang sana kung walang extra payment. Then, pag walang extra payment, hanggang 180 pa rin yan. Hanggang 180 months. Kasi wala naman dinagdag dun sa bayad natin. Okay? So, pareho lang yun. Wala tayong savings compared here where there was no extra payment. Ito, no extra payment din. Pareho lang. So, no savings as far as these two options are concerned. Okay. So, we modify our model now. Okay. How do we modify our model? Okay, dapat yung month, guys, dapat ano to, dapat hindi laging tuloy-tuloy, no? Dapat formula din to in such a way that dapat titigil siya, depende dun sa kung meron pang babayaran. No? Okay? So saan natin titinan yan? Okay. First is, let me just first give you a background about the if statement. Okay. So meron tayong tinatawag na if, no? If statement is equal to if. Okay, dali. Okay, if. Ano ba yung if statement, guys? If, okay, here, sabi dito, it checks whether a condition is met. Okay, so magsiset dapat tayong condition and then returns value if true and another value is if false. Okay, so ito yung parameters niya. Logical test natin, value if true, and then value if false. So tatlo dapat yung fill up natin. No? So pwede minsan na dalawang if o tatlong if. So pwede natin dun sa dulo, mag-i-if na naman tayo. Okay, so let me illustrate that. So we're going to use the if statement here. Okay, so is equal to if. If. Okay, ano yung logical test natin? First, dapat sabihin natin, okay, kung wala nang laman tong month na to, dapat wag na siya maglagay. Okay? Let's say we model this. Tapos wala na tayong nagtapos sa month natin. So kung wala nang laman yung previous month natin, dapat wala na siya dapat ilalagay na month. Wag na niya itutuloy kasi tapos na no. Okay, so our logical test is if the previous month is equal to nothing. Okay, sa Excel guys yung zero or nothing quotes, no? Quotes yung double quotes, no? Ibig sabihin babasahin ni Excel kung ano yung in between the quotes and there's nothing there. Okay? So if the previous month wala nang laman, ibig sabihin natapos na, no? Huwag na siya maglagay ng number. Give us nothing. Okay? So that's what that means, no? This is our logical test. Is the previous month nothing? Okay? Value if true. If it's nothing, then give us nothing. Huwag na siya maglagay kasi kung tapos na yung previous month, bakit siya maglalagay pa ng panibagong month? And then pangalawa, ano pa ito-test natin? Kailan ba magkakaroon ng panibagong month, guys? Kailan ba magkakaroon ng maglalagay si Excel dito ng 2? Kasi ang previous month, 1, di ba? Kailan siya maglalagay ng 2 dito? Ano ito-test natin? Ano yung titingnan natin, guys? Anyone? Can somebody please tell me what is the test that we have to make? Okay, in the interest of time, guys, ang test natin, titingnan natin month and principal, yung previous month. Okay? Ibig sabihin, guys, kung meron pa nito, kung may laman pa to, magkakaroon pa ba ng payment? Yes. Magkakaroon pa ng payment. Kasi hindi pa tapos bayaran yung month and principal. So, what we can do is we can test if that's equal to 0. So kung H20 is equal to 0, ano na mangyayari? So yun ang pangalawang logical test natin. Ano? Ang unang tinest natin, yung previous month ba? Wala na. Kung wala na siya, wag na magdagdag. Wag na maglagay ng panibagong month. Tapos pangalawa, sorry about this, dapat may if na naman po. If. Okay, this is now our second if. Okay, if this time, H20 is equal to 0. Pag naging 0 na to, anong gagawin natin? Comma, value if true. So ito yung logical test natin. Kung 0 na to, ano yung value natin? Suppose this is 0. Maglalagay pa ba ng month? Yes or no, class? Kindly answer please. Yes or no? Kunyari ito, ayan, 4.486 million. Maglalagay pa ba ng panibagong month dito? Answer? No, no ba? Ang question ko, ulitin yung question ko, kung may value pa to, okay, kung may value to, na 4.486, maglalagay pa ba ng month sa susunod? The answer is, yes, maglalagay pa ng month. Bakit? Okay, correct? Yes, kasi hindi pa tayo bayad, hindi pa naging 0 tong principal. Okay? Hindi pa siya naging 0, therefore, anong gagawin natin? Dito ang tinetest natin, if this is 0, then what should be the value? Give us nothing. Okay, value if true. Pag nag-zero na yung month and principal na yan, wag na siya maglalagay ng month. Otherwise, okay, value if false. If this is not zero, anong ilalagay niya? Anyone? Anong month na ngayon? Anong month ang ilalagay niya? What should be our answer, guys? Hello? Kasi yung previous month 1 di ba? Ano na dapat to? Yes, correct. Thank you. Yeah. 2, thank you, Lance. Or last month plus 1, di ba? Ililink natin sa last month. Hindi natin pwedeng ilagay na 2 kasi pag linagay lang natin na 2 yan, pag kinopy down natin, 2 lahat yan. No? So dapat nakalink siya dun sa previous month. So kung this is equal to 0, sabi natin, huwag niyo siya maglagay ng month. However, if it's not equal to 0, then go to the previous month, okay, and then you add 1. There. Okay, sandali ha. Enter ko muna. Nakayan ko lang to para kita niyo yung ano. Okay, so that's our formula, guys. If the previous month is nothing, give us nothing. And another test, if the month end principal is equal to 0, then wala na dapat succeeding month. Otherwise, value if false, dapat magdagdag pa siya ng isang month. Okay, so this will give us 2. Now, just to check, guys, if I copy this formula down, okay, ano nangyari? I-copy ko pa ulit down. O, di ba wala na sila linalagay? Bakit? Bakit dito wala nang linagay? If we check the formula, meron pa bang meron pa bang previous month? Meron, 2. Di ba? Pero hindi dapat nagsa-stop yung check natin diyan. Okay? I-check ulit natin. Is H, kung wala nang laman to, guys, dapat wala nang laman. Pero kung meron pa, ano mangyayari? I-check na tong previous month. If this is equal to 0, then give us nothing. Otherwise, magdagdag siya. Since wala pang laman to, guys, wala pang laman to month and principal natin, anong ginamit niya? Anong ginawa niya? Nothing na. Diba? Hindi na siya naglagay kasi wala pang, yung previous month end natin, wala pang laman. Okay, so if I copy this down, wala na. Wala na magiging laman tong mga ano na to. No? Wala na yung mga magiging laman tong mga cells na to. Kasi wala nang previous month and principal. Okay? So that way, guys, magsa-stop yung ano natin, yung model natin. Unlike kanina na tinuloy-tuloy lang natin hanggang 180, tuloy-tuloy lang din yung ano natin kahit negative na siya. Okay, so let's go here to the beginning balance. So ililink din natin to. If month, kung itong month natin, kung wala nang laman yan, okay, huwag na siya maglagay ng ng beginning balance kasi tapos na eh. Pag wala na to, ibig sabihin nun, guys, nag-zero out na to or wala ng previous month. Okay? So si beginning balance din, kung wala nang laman sa month, huwag na rin siya magbigay. Otherwise, dapat yung previous na month end balance, ilalagay niya dito sa beginning balance. Kasi yung end ng previous month will be the beginning of the next month. Okay? So here, guys, wala tayong i-fix kasi pag kinapin natin down, syempre dapat magiging B22 na, tapos yung H20 magiging H21. So nothing to fix here, guys. Okay? So pinag natin dito, no? If this is nothing, give us nothing. Otherwise, give us yung month end ng previous month. Okay. So true enough, guys, linagay niya dito, no? Kasi meron pang value dito eh. How about this one? It's equal to ganun din, guys. Pag natin dito sa month. If the month has no value, if it's equal to nothing, give us nothing. Otherwise, ang payment natin will be, our payment will be this one, 42,680, and then we have to fix the row. Kasi ikakopy natin yung formula pababa. B21, hindi natin i-fix kasi gusto natin bumaba yan. Ito yung row 14 lang. Dapat hindi siya aalis ng row. Okay? Alright. So, still 42. Tapos ito naman, guys, is equal to if this is nothing, kung wala na laman yan, give us nothing. Otherwise, extra payment, punta tayo dito sa extra payment natin. Extra payment. Okay? Extra payment and then kailangan naka-fix yung row. Yan. Okay? Okay, how about the interest, guys? Again, if yung month sell natin ay wala ng laman, wag na tayong maglalagay ng interest. However, kung meron pa, dapat yung interest is based on the beginning balance multiplied by the monthly rate. And then dapat naka-fix yung monthly rate. There. Okay? And then the principal, guys, ganun din, is equal to if wala ng laman to, okay, if that's equal to nothing, then give us nothing. Otherwise, okay, so sum up natin si payment at saka si extra payment, and then ima-minus natin si interest payment. Okay, there. So lahat nakapeg dun sa month, ano? Pag wala na laman yung month na yan, wala na ilalagay dapat, wala na ilalagay sa beginning balance, sa payment, sa extra payment, etc. Sa principal. Okay? And lastly, itong how do we compute for the month and principal? Ganun din. If this one is equal to nothing, give us nothing. Okay. Kaso may isa pa tayong test, guys. Ang isang test natin, kailangan i-compare natin si beginning balance at saka si principal. Okay. Kasi kailan lang tayo magkakaroon ng month and principal? Kung mas malaki pa yung beginning balance natin kaysa kay principal payments. Kunyari, ang beginning balance natin, 100 pesos na lang. Tapos ang principal payment natin, kunyari 13,000. So, ang gagawin natin, guys, dapat wala nang ano. Kasi sobra na yung principal payment para bayaran yung beginning balance natin. Okay? So we have to have another test if kung mas malaki, kung beginning balance minus principal, kung isubtract natin yung principal, tapos if it's, anong gagawin natin? If it's greater than zero, ibig sabihin, mas malaki pa si beginning balance kaysa kay principal balance, then, ano ilalagay natin sa month and principal natin? Then, whatever the difference is, Control C, Control V. Okay, I hope you get this. Ang sinasabi ko, kunyari beginning balance natin, 1,000. Ang principal payment natin, 500. Okay, so, kung mas malaki kung yung beginning balance minus the principal is still positive, so dapat ipasok niya pa rin yung difference na yan kasi babayaran pa rin yan. Okay? Otherwise, ibig sabihin kung mas maliit si beginning balance kay principal, ibig sabihin hindi na kailangan maglagay ng month end kasi sufficient na yung principal para bayaran yung principal balance natin. Kunyari ito, 100. Tapos ang principal, 102. So di ba mas malaki yung principal natin kaysa sa beginning balance? Okay. So kung mas malaki guys si principal kaysa kay beginning balance, okay, ibig sabihin it's less than zero. Then wag na siya maglagay dito. Ibig sabihin nabayaran na yung natin, yung principal balance natin. Okay? So take a look first at the formula. Tingnan ko kung may question dito. Okay, greater than zero. Yes, correct. Thank you, Jules. Okay, so tingnan nyo guys yung formula natin. Ha? I'll give you a few seconds to Ay, time na pala. Oo nga, time. Sorry guys, sa time na pala. Okay, so control enter ko lang. Okay. And then guys, 12:30 na pala. Okay, I'll copy this down. Okay. Dagdagan lang natin. Gawin natin up to 500, no? Okay. Hanggang 500. Tingnan natin kung mag-work yung formula natin. Okay. All right. So dito medyo may error tayo, no? Okay. Ay, mali ah. If C21 minus G21 tama is greater than 0. Okay. So we notice guys na nag-error tayo, no? Okay. Nagva-value na tayo dito. Natapos sa 180, no? Pero nag-error na dito. So we have to we have to work on the model a bit, no? Kailangan natin ayusin. Tapos tingnan natin yung maglagay tayo ng 1,000 dito. Ano nangyayari? Dapat 173 months, dapat tapos na to, no? Nangyari guys, may mga error tayo. 174 months, okay? So what happened was, nag-error tayo. So we need to change our model. We need to work on this. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Let me pause now the recording. Stop recording.